Hello and welcome. Good evening. Welcome to Self Love Sundays with yours truly, Monique. I am your emotional eating coach, and today we are talking about how not to suck at sleep. Thank you so much to the replay viewers who are watching. Let me know that you are here by typing hashtag in the replay because I want to know that you were here. I want to know. For those of you who are here live, welcome and go ahead and put your hellos in the comments. I have something super special for you tonight. I reached out on my socials. Hold on. And to see if anybody needed any coaching or was interested around the topic of sleep. And I had 4 beautiful souls to say, yes, me, I suck at sleep. I need some help. So they will be joining us tonight. And I thought it would be great to have like a few people on here to share their experiences because some of you might be able to relate to their stories or their struggles. I know personally, I can sometimes approach this particular topic with a lot of masculine energy, like do this, do this, do this, do this, you're good. So I just wanted to bring them in also to kind of flow me out a little bit. Okay, I see we have some comments. Let me check. Who's there? Neil. Hello, Neil. Bishop is in the house. How are you? Good to see you. And Savalas, I'm glad that you're tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. So good to have you all. Before I bring in my guests, I want to let you know why this topic is so important to me as an emotional eating coach. When we don't get good quality and quantity sleep, we wake up with low energy levels, and our bodies will naturally crave the quickest source of energy. Does anybody know what that is? Does anybody know what that is? What is the quickest source of energy? Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you. Ooh. And Neil says, I'm glad to be in the house with the fam. Yes, the Empowerment Tribe is here. And I'm so glad to see you guys. Neil says sweets. Absolutely. That is the quickest source, the sugar and the carbs. How many times can you think of when you were low on the energy and you reached for the cereal, you reached for the donut, you reached for the coffee and loaded up with sugar and cream? Is anybody guilty of that? Anybody? I'm guilty. Jennifer says glucose, sugar. Okay, come on, doctor. You better come up in here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It will get you every time, every time. So if you are experiencing emotional eating, it is so important for you to do everything possible to keep your energy levels up and your sleep intact. I know, like in the beginning of my journey, I would focus so much on, what was I saying? I would focus so much on boosting my energy levels because I could not really attack my food directly. I had to kind of come in from the sideways. I see some more comments. Hashtag Empowerment Tribe. That's right. We're all here, and the leader is here with us. Yes, my Facebook status said I had ice. I saw that. I saw it. Jen is laughing. Yes. I saw that post. And Jen, I saw your post about late night snacks. I'm just saying. So again, this topic is important to me because it's really important to boost the energy levels to keep those cravings at bay. I also think this topic is important during this time because of just the times that we're living in right now. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm still living the quarantine life over here. And then pile on top of that the stress that we are experiencing around the fight for racial equality. So these two things can drastically affect our sleep quality. And how many of you have experienced that, especially when we were really deep in quarantine and nobody was going outside, not getting any sunlight? And I know that the people in my household definitely suffered in the sleep area. So I want to give you a few reasons why sleep is so important, especially since we live in a culture where getting no sleep can be a badge of honor because we're out here hustling and on our grind. Hashtag hustling for our worth. I'm just saying, it may just be me. It may just be me. So, two reasons why we sleep is to obviously replenish our energy stores. And another reason why we sleep is something called autophagy. And this is basically our body doing housekeeping and clearing out the junk, detoxing our body. So many times we want to go on a detox, but our bodies actually naturally do that at night. We just need to do things in our day to help it along a little bit. Okay. So I also want to share what happens. I have a little graphic here for you on what happens when we don't get good quality sleep, and then after that, I'll bring in my guests. Okay. Guys, I am so corny, and it really comes out on this camera, like for real. My mom is here. Okay, mom. Hi. Hello. So, what happens when we don't get sleep? Our metabolism drastically slows down, and our appetite drastically increases. And the combination of the two definitely causes weight gain. I'm a little distracted. I'm getting used to this. Neil says, "You're good." Oh, you like my corniness? I'm glad. I like my corniness too. The next thing, what I wanted to say about the metabolism and the combination of your appetite rising is that scientists now say that this is like the lack of sleep is a great and major contributor to our obesity epidemic that we're experiencing. Next is it weakens our immune system. So if you don't have a reason to, really up your sleep game, this is a good one, especially with COVID-19 going on. The next one is it accelerates tumor growth. Research has shown that in laboratory animals that for the animals that lacked sleep and their sleep was drastically reduced, the tumors that they had, grew 2 to 4 times faster. The next thing is it significantly impairs our memory. And even just one night's of rest that was not great can create brain fog, can make it harder for you to recall memories. I have definitely experienced that as a mom of 2 little ones. And the last two is that it can worsen diseases and disorders that you might also already be experiencing, like anxiety, depression, hypothyroidism, things of that nature. And it significantly accelerates the aging process. So I'm sharing these things with you to kind of give you a little reason to up your sleep game, because I know that I'm going to attract those who are, high performers, and we can pride ourselves on getting work done and not sleeping. And I'm guilty of it, I will say. So I'm going to bring in my guests for some coaching. I think my fourth one has dropped. Let's bring in Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Thank
My voice go. I'm good.
you. Hi, Becky.
Hey.
Joining us. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And I see Jeanette says brain fog comes. No kids, though. I hear you, Mama. And then I say, Mama. But I call you that anyway. So, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. I am super excited that you are willing to share your experiences and to even get some live coaching here. I'm sure that you will definitely, help the people, the viewers that are watching with us. First, I want to set up a safe space for you guys. I know that we're talking about sleep, and it's kind of a superficial topic. It's a on the surface topic, but I don't. I mean, if we have to go deep, we can go deep. And I just want to, say that this is a safe space. There's no judgment here. This is no judgment zone. We all have the full human spectrum within us. And what that means that if I had the same upbringing, the same brain, the same programming as Jessica, my behavior would be similar to Jessica's. My thought pattern would be similar to Jessica's. If I had the same upbringing, same brain and conditioning as a homeless person, my behavior might be like a homeless person. So there's no reason to judge another in this space, and you're safe. And if anybody comes for you, I'm just saying, okay? Another reason why this is a safe space is because as a NLP practitioner, neurolinguistics programming practitioner, we look at the behavior of someone and always know that it comes from a good intention. Even if we have to dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper to find that good intention, because the behavior might be something that we could consider bad, there's always a good intention under every behavior. Okay? All right, ladies. Mill says you have knowledge, Jeanette. So, ladies, what is your biggest struggle with sleep? Anybody?
I can go. So I'm a really light sleeper. And so the slightest thing will wake me up, but then I have a really hard time falling back asleep.
Okay. Let's go to Becky.
Yeah, I don't really seem to take sleep seriously. It's like when I get to sleep is when I get to sleep. I prioritize work, and I always think, oh, eventually I will get to sleep, but that might be at midnight or it might be at like 1:30. And then I put a lot of pressure on myself to adhere to a strict like wake up time. So it'll be 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I have to get up, and I leave just little margins for sleep.
You wake up with an alarm?
Yeah, it's so aggressive.
Yeah. Jeanette says same. Yes. Jessica?
So I'm also a really light sleeper, so I relate to that, Ashley. And I have always had a little bit of anxiety around not being able to fall asleep. My mom took sleep really seriously, and so she was always like, if you have a problem, get good sleep. If you're sad, get good sleep. Like, which, it's good advice, but it was like almost overkill. And so like if I know that I have to get up early, like we have a puppy now, and so we're getting up at 4:30 and 5:15. I'm not sleeping well because I'm nervous about getting up. I'm anxious, and I feel like my husband's gonna wake me up. So I wear earplugs a lot, which does help, and that's my main issue right now. Okay.
Ashley, all three of you actually, what are you doing 1 hour before you go to sleep?
Still working.
Eating ice cream.
Usually watching TV.
Watching TV, eating ice cream, still working on the computer. Yes.
Blue light special, I know.
What?
I said it's a blue light special coming at me. I know.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you know about the blue light.
I'm so aware.
You're very aware. Okay. So are you aware of how to combat that without getting rid of your computer?
No.
Okay. All right. So sleeping is not a on-off switch. You know how you turn the light off, you turn the light on, right? And it goes off and goes on. Sleep is more of like, let's dim this light down slowly over time. Okay? And so we have to set ourselves up for a good night's sleep, for melatonin increased production, which is the hormone that makes us that controls the wakeful and sleep cycles, right? So we all know, well, not we all know, I'm here to share that blue light can definitely contribute to sleeping light or not getting good nights, like a restful sleep. A lot of the times all you hear is, okay, let's sleep 8 hours. Get your 8 hours and you're good. Get your 8 hours and you're good. But it's really about the quality. It's not only just the quantity. It's about how long you stay in deep sleep, how many times you go in deep sleep, because you go down and you go up, you go down and you go up. Okay, so you can, and I got really into this because I wasn't sleeping with my kids, because they would wake me up, and I was like, okay, I'm not getting the amount of sleep that I need, but how can I make it like so good? Just like, I'm gonna make the best of these 4 hours. Okay, I'm not saying that you can just only have 4 hours and still be functional. Like, you still want to have the quality, I mean, the quantity as well. So there are a few things that I hear and that I'm going to share. Hold on. Savala says, good analogy, very great insight on the light dimmer switch. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Give me 1 second. I have another graphic for you all. These are 10 sleep habits that can drastically increase the quality of your sleep. The top 4 are like in order. You need to do these in order, okay? Optimize your circadian rhythm. I can do a whole broadcast on circadian rhythm, but what I want you to know is your meal timing, your light timing, your nutrition timing, all of that is to put your body in rhythm, okay? And a lot of us, we're out of rhythm because we're looking at blue lights at night, we're indoors and not getting natural sunlight from outdoors. Even if you're getting sunlight from the window filters out some of the UV ray light. And so you have to get outside in order to get the full spectrum of the sun. And so this is going to wake your body up. So in the morning, the first things you want to do within the hour, if you're serious about your sleep and if you're serious about your energy levels, is you want to, 1, eat, 2, move your body. It can be gently, doesn't have to be like rah, rah, rah. And 3, get some bright light. Go outside, get some bright light. This is going to send off a symphony of hormones in your body to say, hey, it's time to go. It's time to wake up. And then at the end of the night, you want to tone down the blue light. We have things on our devices that can block out the blue light on our phones, on our computers. You can go into your settings in your computers, Becky, into your phone. You also, guys, I wasn't ready. I'll show you these hideous glasses that I have. Hold on. You can get blue blocker glasses. These are so hideous. They have more fashionable ones, I promise. But you can wear these. Now, Jeanette, I know this is probably not going to be great for those of us who are designing things to make them look pretty, and then it's going to block out the colors. So we might want to get that out of the way before we're putting on our blue blocker shades. We want to have so we're thinking about the rhythm of the body. We want to bring those blue blocker shades on like 1 hour before we're scheduled to go to sleep. Okay, I see. She's laughing at me. And so that will put your body in rhythm. Daylight in the morning, cut out the blue light at night. Okay, does that make sense for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any resistance to that? No resistance? That's good. So Violet says, blue blockers was an awesome commercial a long time ago. I didn't think they actually worked. They actually work. Yes, they do. They are essential for the time that we live in now. The next thing is sleeping in complete darkness, especially for the light sleepers here. Maybe you're not getting deep sleep because you have like these blue lights or these random lights in your room. Maybe you have the phone next to your I wasn't planning on getting into that, but the phone next to your head, which is sending off low level radiation, and your brain is still picking up that signal, and it's sending a signal to your brain saying, "Oh, it's daytime. Let's stay awake," but it's really not. All right. So sleeping in complete darkness, getting your blue blocker shades, your room darkening shades is what I meant to say, or room darkening curtains. I use a mask and I love it, says Jeanette. That's awesome. That's awesome. For those of you who want to try a mask, make sure it's one that's comfortable for you. And if you don't want the mask, then you can, do the shades and the curtains and things. The next thing is to sleep in cool temperature. This is very important because our hunter-gatherer ancestors, they didn't necessarily go to sleep as soon as the sun went down. What signaled their body to go into sleep is the temperature dropped. And some of us, we can have our thermostat set on a very steady temperature for the entire day. And our body isn't really getting the signal that it's nighttime and it's time to go to sleep. So we want to set our thermostats between 60 and 68 degrees. You're going to have to play with it because if it's too cold for you, it will actually backfire on you. So you want it to be at a place where it's cooling you off. You can even take a shower and then come out and just be like fully nude and let the air kind of cool you down, to cool down the body. Okay. Heidi, this information is really good for me. I have apnea and insomnia. Yes. And let's go into I experience sleep apnea and insomnia. I hear you. So Haiti, these things you and everybody, you want to stack these on top. The more you can stack them on top, the more effective these tools will be. Go to sleep early because we're not asleep for the time that we're actually in bed. That's like our sleep, like our bedtime. But the time that we're actually asleep is probably an hour or 2 hour, an hour and a half less than what we actually think we're sleeping. So we're getting, if you think you're in bed, you're in bed like for 7 hours, you're probably actually getting only like 5.5, 6 hours of sleep. So
how is that possible? That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
Because it takes time for the body to wind down and do its thing, especially for us high performers and our active brains. I have a time here, a bullet point here of journaling. I had a couple of clients who would wake up at a certain time in the night and they're like, I say, okay, so what are you doing? It's like, I'm thinking. And then they started to journal before going to bed and they slept through the night. Let's not underestimate the power of journaling. Who stole? Jeanette says, who stole that hour?
That's how I feel. Like, I feel cheated.
Yes, it takes time. It takes time. So we want to allow a lot for that time. Katie says, I'm only sleep 2 hours a day. That's sad. That's sad, Katie. They have done studies on people, and a lot of people with insomnia, if they cool down their brain, they call it cryo helmets. They cool the brain down. It helps them get into sleep much easier. Cutting out the noise for you light sleepers. This means, especially if you live in a city like I do, like Becky does. Jessica, where do you live now?
I moved to Maine, Portland.
Really? That's awesome. It's quiet. Becky lives in Brooklyn. Ashley lives in Canada. How is Canada? How is is it like, I've never been to Canada. I would love to go. How is it where you are?
Well, I live in the city, so, but the noise isn't too bad at night where I am.
Okay, so you know how well, I don't know who all are moms here, but for children, we use noise devices. We like use these white noise machines to help them go to sleep and soothe them and keep them asleep for as long as possible. This actually works for adults as well. Using a white noise, using a pink noise. Pink noise resembles like rain hitting your the rooftop. So getting a noise app on your phone would be helpful. Turning that on, making sure the phone is 6 feet away from your head, so that radiation isn't telling your pineal gland to do its
Six
thing
feet.
and wake us up. Right? Yes, 6 feet. 6 feet. Let's go into the chats. I see some things. I have to do chakra meditation with my earbuds and it takes me right out. Love it. Neil says, now I can't sleep if it's too cold. I have anemia and it's hard for me to get warm. I can't sleep unless I'm under a thick blanket and then I'm back up in 3 hours. Help. What's causing you to wake up? Are you too hot? Let me know, Neil. Are you too hot? What else is going on in your mind? What are you doing 1 hour before bed? What are you doing in the morning? Like there's so many. I asked you like a ton of questions. Yes, 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 yes. I soundproof my bedroom. That's awesome. That's awesome. So if you don't want to use like an app on your phone, you can use a air filter. I use an air filter, and it's a fan that like makes this consistent noise of. So that's what we use here. I even use it for my dog because he goes crazy too.
I love the
Tamara
air
said,
filter.
say what?
I love the air filter, and I usually can't sleep with a constant noise for some reason. Like it'll help me fall asleep, and then I'll wake up to it later.
Oh.
As a bird, do you know what I mean? But the air filter I used in New York all the time. But I put it outside my room. Just FYI for really light sleepers.
Yes, that's awesome. That's a great tip. I like that. Thank you for sharing that. Tamara says, I definitely keep it very cool at night. Perfect.
It's
Nina
harder
says,
to be cool in the summer.
say what?
It's harder to keep it cool in the summers. I always sleep worse in the summer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It might be helpful. Do you not have AC?
No.
hmm It might be helpful to take that shower and to cool off, or maybe even taking a cool shower after you take your actual shower. Like douse yourself with like a cold shower, which is actually very helpful for staying youthful. If you're interested in that. Let's see. Neil says, before bed, I'm shutting down everything, hoping not to get phone calls. I'm not on the computer or anything, but you're hoping not to get phone calls, which means you're on edge about getting phone calls and you're probably expecting phone calls. And that's probably what's keeping you awake. What do you think? So Violet says, I have a habit of asking myself questions just before bed so I can subconsciously let my mind find the answer. I am assuming I should not do this. Okay, so I don't have a straight answer for this one because I do this too. It's great to journal and to start to write down some things that you can, some action steps that you can take the next day to solve the problem. However, I love working things out in my sleep, and at the same time, I notice that my sleep quality definitely goes down. So it's up to you. It's up to you. Heidi says she's taking notes. Awesome. Do any of you ladies have any questions before I do the other side?
I had one comment about that could help the person who wants to work out stuff at night. I forgot who said that. But morning pages, if you just get up and write a page or two, then I know that like whatever like that I'm trying to work on, I can get it out in the morning, and then I don't worry as much as with my sleep. So, but that's a
That's
whole
awesome.
other. But
No, that's perfect. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I personally, yeah, it's like a game of what works for you. I personally don't really like journaling in the morning, um, and I prefer it at night. But I hear a lot of great things about morning pages. A lot of great things. Neil says possibly. That's me remembering what I said to you. But I've started turning my phone off, and I'm not worried about missing. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, what are you doing throughout your day? Are you stuck indoors? Do you move your body? What are you doing to actively tell your body that you are awake? It's time to go, because you have to have a drastic shift in daytime activity and nighttime activity. Are you burning enough energy to even need sleep at night? These are
Usually not.
no,
Like
no.
if I can get out for a nice long walk, like I love that. I prefer that. I crave that. But if I have a ton of work to do, I'm inside and my bum is glued to a chair, and there's not much movement for the day. And a lot of times, even if I can get out for a walk, it'll be for sunset. I love sunset. Um, and it's probably not the best time to be getting like the last bit of sun for the day, like right before you try to go to sleep. Maybe.
Actually, the sun-setting sun, the light from the sunset is very healing.
Okay.
It's a lot of red light.
It feels healing to me.
It's very healing. Light from fire, very healing. So even if you have, and it's perfect for nighttime, it's very healing, very soothing. You hear a lot about red light therapy now. If you can get like a red lamp for nighttime, that can help shift things. Also, for those of you who are waking up in the middle of the night, having a hard time going back to sleep, I'm interested in knowing, are you turning on blue lights? Are you looking at your phone? Are you looking at your devices? Like, what are you introducing blue lights in the middle of the night? Because it's best to have like red lights set up, red or amber lights. Like, just change your light bulbs, have a special lamp, have a red light bulb in there or an amber light bulb, because that's not going to signal to the brain that it's daytime. It's going to still keep you in a good circadian rhythm of staying like in this sleeping energy. What's on your mind?
Suggestion on if you get up in the middle of the night, let's say, and you've got something on your mind, just to you get out of bed and just sort of like try to shift. Let's say your mind is just like do. Do you suggest getting out of bed or staying in bed?
So I suggest a couple of things. Stay in bed first. Okay. Do some breathing exercises, some meditation. If you staying in bed is causing you anxiety, get out of bed. But have the red lights, have the amber lights. Don't turn on any blue lights. Don't look at your phone. You can do some journaling. You can do a little bit of yoga, whatever you need to do in that time without the blue light. Now, I have to bring like a spiritual aspect to this, because I believe that sometimes I'm being woken up at like 3:30 or 3:33. I'm like, okay, there's a reason for me to be up. Let's get these creative juices going. But still being in the red light, journaling, how creative can I be without like really fully waking up, if the goal is to go back to sleep. Yeah?
Yeah. Helpful.
That resonates? Good.
So what do you think about timing for working out?
Timing for what?
For working out. Like, should you work out in the morning or after work?
Say what?
Should you work out before or after work?
That was a great question.
That's a good question.
Very great question. I'll answer it in just a minute. Just a minute. Let me go to the comments. You know what? I see all these comments. Let me answer this question first, and then I'll go to the comments. So working out. If you're doing like cardio, hit, lifting weights, 30 minutes of that, you're actually increasing your body, the heat of your body. It takes 4 hours for your body to cool off. Okay, so yes, you want to exercise and move your body. It's going to cause you to fall asleep quicker. However, you don't want to do it within 4 hours of going to sleep, because like I had this client who he took a Bikram yoga class at 8 p.m. and he came to me the next day. I cannot go to sleep. It took me forever to go to sleep. I didn't get to bed until like midnight. I was like, okay, so what did you do before we were going to sleep? I took a Bikram yoga. It's hot yoga. Of course, it takes time for the body to cool off. You can cool yourself down with a shower, and if you like those cold showers, you know? Let's see. Neil says, throughout the day is a whole nother issue. Energy, yes. I take my pup, Chico, hello, Chico, for a walk in the morning, but I'm in my office 75% of the day, unless I'm scheduled to leave to see a client. Okay, Neil, so you, my friend, need this. You need a bright light device. Okay, this is gonna simulate daylight for you. I got this off of Amazon. You want it to be full spectrum light, 10,000 lux. I can post a comment. Okay, let me write that. Full spectrum light at 10,000 lux. Whichever light suits your fancy on Amazon. You want to turn this on in 10 minute, 20-minute increments. I will say that if it's too close to you, it can cause you to get a headache. So you want to play with it being, play with the distance and let this simulate daylight for you, so that when it's actually time to go to sleep and you're working on, you have your blue blocker glasses, you're dimming things up, you're turning on the settings on your phone, it will signal to your body a drastic shift in the day, and see how that helps. Yeah. Heidi says, I work in a blood bank and walk a lot and stairs. Fitbit says 10 miles at work. I arrive home so tired I can sleep. So tired you can sleep? Let me know, because I thought that you only get 2 hours of sleep. But I think that you might be dealing with a deeper issue that you need to see a doctor. Savala said, great question, Jessica. Neil says, and no, I don't turn any lights on or anything like that. I just can't sleep 4 to 8 hours. So yeah, I would say the daylight thing it could be really hindering you in that aspect. Get some movement in, get some daylight in. I'm not sure what your meal timing is like, but that can be contributing as well. Ladies, do you have anything that you want to share before I go into these next tips? Are you finding this helpful?
Yeah, it's really helpful.
Yeah.
Okay,
great. It reminds me of I'm being reminded of when I do get a great sleep, how much better I feel mentally and physically. And these tools are helping me remember that, oh yeah, there are some things that I've forgotten and that I don't do anymore. And so even just for me to add maybe one back and see if I can do one, and then see how the sleep goes, and then maybe
Yeah, definitely. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So we talked about blocking out the blue light. Set a sleep schedule. Some people are not going to like what I say about this, but setting a sleep schedule is imperative. Did Becky come in? Hi, Becky. I see you. No, Becky dropped out. I thought that was the other girl. I don't know what happened to your camera. Okay. Anyway, I hope she comes back. Set a sleep schedule. You want to go to bed at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every morning. I know it sounds dull and it sounds boring, and you also have to do this on the weekends. Some of us, we can be like, okay, I'm hustle, 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 go, go, go Monday through Friday. Let me catch up on sleep on Saturday and Sunday. And it really doesn't work like that. You're basically, when you're going to sleep and waking up at different times every night, you're basically shifting into different time zones consistently. So you have chronic jet lag. Okay. So we want to make sure that we have a sleep schedule. This is a lot of reparenting, people, a lot of reparenting. Cut out the caffeine before 2 p.m. Limit your alcohol intake before bed. Alcohol before bed greatly impairs the quality of your sleep. You might feel like that you did go to sleep, but you actually the quality didn't really go into deep sleep. You probably didn't go into really good deep sleep. Caffeine, yeah. Caffeine is a supplement. I see caffeine as a supplement, no matter how you take it. And it inhibits a hormone called adenosine that goes, that builds up throughout the day. And the more adenosine that we have in our body, this is signaling to our bodies to go to sleep. Okay. And caffeine inhibits that adenosine to attach to the receptor. Okay. So if you are drinking caffeine every single day, sorry, you are actually, let's say this is your baseline energy level with the every single day caffeine, you're actually here because you have so much adenosine in your body.
Stop it.
Yes.
You're like ruining my life. I had a quad shot. Caffeine drink yesterday. It was delicious. It was hazelnut flavored, hazelnut mocha, but like, my energy is all over the place. And I know it's the caffeine. I gave up coffee for Lent, but like, you could just double up a tea bag. Mm-hmm. No problem. Which is what I did.
Yeah. So when you're actually drinking coffee every day, you're only getting baseline energy. You're just coming back to the baseline. You're not even experiencing the full benefits of caffeine if you're going to take caffeine. I personally think it's a great supplement, but you have to cycle it in and cycle it out.
If you want to skip a day, are you saying like skip a week? No,
more. Yes.
What is that?
Yes, skip 2 weeks. You can go on for 2 weeks, or you really want to use it as a supplement. Like if you had a horrible night's sleep, and you need to really be on go mode for New York City life, take the caffeine. But you're not going to get the benefits if you're taking caffeine every single day and you really don't need it.
But can you switch so good?
It does.
I know. It tastes so good.
It's such a it's like it's part of our culture to get up and drink coffee. What about, I went on decaf. Is decaf a little enough amount that doesn't affect your adenosine? Say yes.
She's like, am I good? Am I good?
Say yes.
So caffeine, it still has caffeine in it.
But not all.
It still has.
Okay.
But you can do whatever you want to with this information. I am just bringing you the science. I am just the messenger. I know I was going to like crush your hopes tonight. I knew it. But I have to let you in on the good.
It's such a part of the culture. I mean, driving around New York and New Jersey, the long lines to get to places, Starbucks. Yeah. It's shocking to me. I'm like, they will sit there 8 to 10 cars deep waiting for the drive-through for coffee beverages. I'm not that pressed. I can make it at home. I can get Dunkin'. If I have to, I'll force myself to go without it. But like generally, I have ground coffee at home and I do not go without it.
Yeah. I'm going to make a suggestion. You might not be so excited about it.
Okay.
and I'm okay with that. But chaga tea is a great source of energy, and it does not affect your adenosine.
Okay.
Is it made of?
Mushrooms? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Does it taste like?
Fruits. Does it taste like mushrooms?
Yeah. Good.
I hope not.
Let's go into the chats. Neil says, in thought a glass of wine helped me. I thought a glass of wine helped me to calm you before sleep. Asking for a friend. Okay, so yes, wine. I am a huge red wine lover. I love red wine. I'm a little bit allergic, but I love red wine. And I see that Jeanette loves red wine too. This is like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, in my opinion. If you're using wine to calm yourself down, there are other healthy ways to calm yourself down. And I'm not saying that you cannot drink wine. But what I am saying is, what is the purpose for you drinking the wine? Is it for you to be social and have a good time? Or are you avoiding some difficult emotions that actually need to be dealt with? Yes, yes. You all will not know what yes, yes mean. But I get that from my mentor. Okay, let's see. So Valis says, I am just waiting for the altar call after the session. Me too, brother. I see
Speaking
you.
of sleep with alcohol, though, if I have wine before bed, I wake up at like 4 a.m., 4:30. I wake up like early, ready to go, so alert. But like 3 hours later, there's a massive drop off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a violent wake up or something. And I cannot go back to sleep. So
A drop off is in what? Sorry. I see these comments over here. They're screaming at me in the chats. A drop off in like energy. Yeah. It's because you really didn't sleep that well. And then also the alcohol really
is it a sleep disruptor?
And it screws up with your hormones also. So if you have anxiety or experience anxiety and depression, like it can make those things worse. Okay. So let's go into these chats. Don't mess with my coffee.
I feel the same, Neil.
I hear you. Jeanette is on the mushroom. Purpose, relaxing. If you want to relax, that's a great purpose. As long as it's not avoiding. Tamara, what type of coffee did you say? It was chaga tea.
Not coffee.
Chaga shroom solution.
Jeanette says, no. Wait, still asking for Oh my goodness, I love all of you.
What? Okay, wait. What do we get as a reward when we don't drink as much coffee? Can you share? Because I need that. Because I already know the negative.
You need a reward?
Yeah,
like coffee is the treat.
Sleep? Yes. But
it's not enough.
Do you feel more energy when you give yourself a break after the headaches?
So it takes about 2 weeks. Oh my God, the chats are gonna go crazy after I say this.
Okay.
So if you are actually wanting to cycle your coffee in and cycle your coffee out, you actually have to give it up for 2 to 4 weeks first to reset your body. And then you'll actually feel what it feels like to be on your normal energy levels.
I noticed that after Lent. I went back to coffee and I was like, oh my God, this is a drug.
Yeah.
It like coffee felt like liftoff. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like that anymore. When was Easter?
Right.
When was Easter?
Exactly.
We're done.
Exactly. Now I'm gonna do a shameless plug in here. If you actually want to give up coffee, you actually want to have to do it. This is a do with process. I can help you give up coffee within 10 minutes using
What?
NLP techniques.
Ooh.
That's
booking a session.
tempting.
I'm booking a session.
But you have to there cannot be any secondary gains. You have to want to give it up. Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow.
No.
The person I got my certifications through, she went into her certification, coffee addict. She was like, I want to give this up. She left, has not drank coffee ever since. I mean, I used to eat a lot of Cheerios. And I did this technique on myself, and I have not touched the Cheerios.
Stop it.
Yeah. It sounds so magical, and I did not believe it at first, but I do want to let you know that that's out there.
No, I'm try that.
Tamara says, I meant tea. Yes. Child go, what? Coffee? Coffee lives matter. I'm done with you. You can get done. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot deal. All right, ladies. I think the last one we actually already talked about. Oh, we didn't talk about bedtime routines. So bedtime routine, 1 hour before, get your clothes ready for the next day, do some journaling, do some meditation, take a shower, get out naked, don't put any clothes back on, let your body cool off, blue blocker glasses. Like, you have to make it your own, of course, but these are things that you can add in to get yourself set up for a night's rest. Okay, and journaling, I mean, let's not underestimate the power of journaling. Whether it's at night for me, whether it's in the morning for Jessica, it is an absolutely powerful tool, not just for sleep, but for self-excavation, as Jeanette would say. All right, how are we doing? I think I've crushed everybody's world.
I wasn't expecting that. But I'm gonna do some things.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
For sure, I'm gonna block out that hour before sleep. I really need to kind of, now that I know literally an hour and a half of sleep is not real. Like, you might be in bed and your eyes are closed and you're not conscious, but your body's not sleeping. I have to put more time towards sleep, and I feel like I let my work schedule push me around, but we really need to push back on that and try that. The coffee thing, I mean, I could do like a slow wind down. Like, if I did it already this year, I know that I could do more for it.
Just listening, I don't have time to go into it right now, but just listening, I think it will be important for you to think about the why you have to push back on work, write those things down, and really get a clear reason why. I know what the hustling mentality can be like. Yeah. Jessica?
I am definitely going to try to cool down my room. We do have an air conditioning unit up here, which is great. We just got, so I'm just going to cool it down and see. Because I've been waking up like sweaty. Sorry, it's gross, but like my heat wakes me up. Like, I'm hot all the time. I run hot. So I'm going to try that. And I think I'm going to book a session with you on some of these eating things and the coffee and the sugar, because I am like every night ice cream, and I know that I probably don't sleep as well. Like yesterday I had cake and ice cream, and I just like had an upset stomach, and that sometimes causes me to have crazy dreams, which then in a way, like, I feel like when I have like kind of like crazy dreams, I don't sleep as well. I know that's a whole other conversation, but my acupuncturist told me that like upset stomach, upset mind, like that's the way Chinese medicine thinks. And so like I don't eat well or whatever and go to bed and I actually have dreams that are like weird. So I'm going to try to get a session with you to help with those cravings.
Awesome.
And yeah, take sleep seriously, but not as like, not because my mom told me, you know, because I want to feel good, not because she's in my head going, go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. 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 Just, yeah, we'll talk about it. But I think that, like, in order for you to kind of separate the mom's voice into your voice, it has to be an up of like, I deserve to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Actually,
Can I ask one more question?
yes.
Yeah, I was wondering what you think about napping in the afternoon.
Great question.
I find that I wake up so sluggish and groggy, and then by 1, 2 o'clock, I have to take a nap.
How
So
long is your nap?
usually an hour.
Mm-hmm. So it's up to the person. Our hunter-gatherers, some of them took naps, some of them didn't. Usually their naps were about 30 minutes. So it's up to you, as long as it doesn't affect your actual sleep. Do you take a nap every night? I mean, every day?
No.
So notice, start journaling, like, how am I sleeping at night on the days that I don't nap, versus how am I sleeping at night and feel in the morning on the days that I do nap, and see what is working for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm really going to start journaling and doing more to block the blue lights.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. I promise you they have better looking ones than these.
And finding somewhere to put my phone that's 6 feet away.
Yep. That can be a tough one. Jeanette says, I actually haven't had coffee since March. Congratulations, Jeanette. Whoop, whoop. So Valis says, we have to have a part 2 to this. This session broke my heart. I need a follow-up class. This was very good. Okay, brother, I hear you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, even though your heart is broken.
Mhm.
Neil says, the ice cream has become a popular drug of choice tonight. You guys are making me want to dig into this ice cream at nighttime.
Yeah, if anything, it's made me want to try it. Like, not, you know, not stay
Oh, no,
away from
I
it.
don't want to talk about it.
Wait, Jessica has it at night. I want some at night.
Sorry, everybody.
So Vada says, I am currently eating a green apple to cope with my emotions on this session. Oh my goodness. Tamara is shouting out, Jeanette, yes, let's love her up. Nikki says, hey Monique, just seeing this. Oh my God, I have the hardest time with sleep. I only sleep maybe 2 hours a night. You're gonna have to watch the replay, love. It was good. Your heart might be broken, but it was good. Jennifer says, thanks for asking the nap question. You're welcome. Well, Ashley would say you're welcome. I just looked at her. But let's talk about this ice cream at night, people. I cannot be an emotional eating coach and then like leave you hanging on the ice cream at night.
It sounds so luxurious.
Okay. I mean, we don't have to get into stories. We don't have to get into stories. But let's talk about hunger cues. Neil is trying to end the show saying coffee, coffee, coffee. Real quick. And Jeanette says, thank you, ladies. Yes, thank you so much, ladies. Thanks, Tamara. Yes, thank you. Just real quick. Anytime you're reaching for food, you want to ask yourself, is this a hunger cue or is this an emotional cue? This ice cream at night is definitely an emotional cue. Okay. So when an emotional cue is happening, first thing you want to do is to bring yourself into presence. Come to the present moment. We can be in the past or we can be in the future. But we need to come back to present. Okay? The next thing you want to do is to get curious without judging yourself. Ask yourself questions. What am I really hungry for? What am I craving? Am I actually craving food, or am I craving? A lot of times we can crave connection. If we're going into some type of eating addiction, right? We want connection. Maybe we'll want to calm the nerves and the anxiety. It can be so many things, but you want to see what what your body actually needs. And then you want to give that to your body in different self-care, self-love activities that really serve you on a deep level. Just so you know, EFT tapping, journaling can be good, taking a shower can be good, moving your body, a little bit of yoga, even just simple self-talk and talking to the inner child, which can be a bigger topic, but talking to the smaller part of you that might be feeling anxiety, that might not be feeling safe, and reassuring yourself. Instead of seeking out gratification from the outside, how can you give gratification to yourself? Instead of seeking out acceptance from the outside, how can you give acceptance to yourself? And literally talking to yourself, placing your hands on your heart. You can't see my hands on my heart right now, but they're on my heart, and talking to yourself and saying the words that really will fuel you and lift you up. Okay. And then if you need to express these emotions, you can turn on some music and just really move your body. And if you feel anger, turn on some metal. If you like, you feel sad, you can even express that, but then turn on a song that is going to get you into the emotion that you want to be in. Okay, so those are my tips for emotional eating for tonight. I ran through them very quickly, but I didn't want to leave you hanging on that. Okay, Neil says, this was awesome. I'm surprised the volleys didn't get us kicked out of class tonight. Thank you, Monique, for this. Yes, yes. You are so welcome. And thank you, all of you. Thank you to all of you who have joined. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you,
just hang out.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. If you can hang out in the green room, I'm just going to close out the show, and then I'll come back to you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, you guys, I have had so much fun with you tonight. So much fun. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. If you all have any questions after that, you can always pop them down into the comments below, or you can send me a DM. Jennifer, so I told Jennifer that I would be doing the absolute most tonight, and she's confirming that I did. And Neil's saying, you rock. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. If you found this information helpful, please share it out to your people. I would greatly appreciate that. Just a few things. I have decided to reopen my Rejuve Your Body virtual gym, which is right here on Facebook, and we are doing a July fitness challenge. I have an incredible group of ladies who are pumped and ready to get their exercise leveled up this month. So if you're interested in some accountability, some group coaching, some community, I invite you to join us. You can do your own workouts. I have some people in there who are Peloton dieharders. But if you need a program, then I offer Beachbody workouts, and then your membership fee is waived. So there is a fee to get into the accountability group with your own workouts. But if you need workouts, then that fee is waived if you need the workouts. Okay. So, and then the other thing is that if you need one-to-one coaching around emotional eating, I have a link in the description of this video that you can click. You can schedule a 25-minute call with me to see if this is the route that you need to take and if I'm the person that you need to take it with. Okay, so I just wanted to share those things with you. And this was, again, so much fun. And I will see you next Sunday. I'm going to have to change the time because this time actually doesn't work for my family. So I think I'm going to do it at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, let everything you do come from a place of love. Bye.